Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it's February 22nd of 2023. I've made some changes. Well, I don't need to go into all the reasons. Well, but basically, using two monitors, uh, things were popping up. They would occasionally, like recycle or something. They would flash off and then flash back on. And not very often, but just strange. Anyway, I did a search on the internet. Is it better to use, two monitors or one wide monitor? I've got a 34-inch monitor. What I did is I took the two monitors down, and I've got my 34-inch monitor hooked up. So I'm not sure, you know me, I'm not sure if I'll keep it. I'm not sure how it'll work out for a number of reasons. And, but we will see. Let's see, well, things are sort of a mess here. I had to move things around. I see I don't have my morning pills thing out here yet. I also don't have my, oops, knocked it on the floor. Not the SSD drive. Haven't got it hooked up properly yet. I'll mess with it and get it. Then if that works, of course also I have another B-Link. This is the old one. I have the old. Maybe I should kind of show it to you. I think you've seen it, or you've seen it in this is the old one, which the new one that I got, which works, the audio works properly, is about half the size of that. It doesn't feel, this old one feels substantial, and this other one feels, is half the size, and it's a B-Link, and it feels, it doesn't feel, rugged, manly. Let's see, what else is going on? One thing I've been messing with for quite a while is my desktops. I would like that little thing there at the top to be, the only desktop that you see. Well, no, I would want you also to, to be able to see what's on my desk, what's behind me, that type of stuff. I like watching videos where you can look back and see, how somebody has things on their walls and that type of stuff. But so this is what my, wide desktop looks like. Now, I just did it, I don't know, an hour or so ago. Everything seems to be working okay. Now, in this format, I think this is HDR. I think I said HDR on it, and it accepted it. I think here in a little bit I'm going to end this video and maybe watch something in HDR, widescreen. I'm somebody, well, I think all of us, well, not all of us, but I think a lot of us, liked movies, especially older people that remember before there was no television and when there was only one TV station. And when, before VHS, let's see, what was it? I had one of those recorders. Yeah, I've always been late. I think I bought, when I was in high school, one of the wire recorders. I think my dad went with me. It was either Sears or Montgomery Ward's, and to get a recorder. And the salesman at Sears or Montgomery Ward said, "Oh, you're in luck. We still have one of these great wire recorders left." "Oh, a wire recorder? Oh, yeah, they're the best." So we walked out with his last wire recorder, and then, of course, everything had gone, everybody was going to tape. Then later on, I got a woolen sack tape recorder. Kind of a classic, because I see old pictures of old tape recorders, and a lot of times it'll be a woolen sack tape recorder. The radio program that I did every week for over a year, a DX program for shortwave listeners, amateur radio operators, and people like that. I recorded it at KMBC Radio and Television on Sunday mornings, and then it was sent to WRUL Radio in New York City and broadcast around the world 3 times a week, and for about a year. In fact, I wasn't listening to my program, but I was listening to WRUL Radio, and I forget if it was music or whatever, and then that's when they broke in and said that bullets had been fired at the presidential motorcade in Dallas, Texas, and whatever. So that shows you how long ago that was. Let's see, what else is going on? I think at this point, I change weekly. I think at this point I ordered one in, remember, refurbished Dell computer for, I think, about $200. And I liked the looks of it, and I just, the old, computer desk, not a desk, and anyway, I got this from Amazon. Dell refurbished computer, came looking spotless, looked brand new. And started copying, all of my stuff on there, my browsers and just all this kind of stuff. And then the SSD drive died. And they had all kinds of, 1-800 number and a site you could log into and all kinds of help. But I just didn't want to go through it. I mean, I didn't want to have to do that. But I think I'm going to try again. And I think that's my next step, I believe, unless I change my mind here in a few minutes. Not sure when I'll do it. But let's see. Wide monitor, 34-inch. It's an LG. Using a B-Link number 2, which it seems to be working fine. But I hate to pick it up. Hate even looking at it. It's really, half the size. I always keep these things, everything plugged in. My grown son, doesn't, and we have so many things in these here that, and if he asks for something, a monitor or whatever it is, of course a monitor, can't really do, so, but he just doesn't keep cables plugged in. I have no idea, when some of these, that's one thing I wish that all these manufacturers would, on their power supplies or whatever, they put the voltage, input and output, but I want them to put, Dell or, whatever, so you know what it goes with. I've got a whole bunch of power supplies that I have no idea what they go to because they've been unplugged. My grown son, he got a degree in computers and to be an electronic technician, and he graduated. And he got the job that he wanted with the famous GPS company. And he got the job that he wanted, and then he had some problems, psychological problems that hit him, which happens a lot. I forget if it's 1 in 2,000 or it's unbelievable. A lot of people that get problems like that, and it usually for males, it usually hits in the 20s, just about the time that you're, maybe graduating from college or in college, or if you go in the military, just about the time that you go in the military or whatever. And anyway, that hit him, and of course they fired him immediately. And so, but anyway, later on, you've heard a little bit about my going with him to Orlando, Florida, and then we came back to Texas, and then I went with my other son to Miami, Florida for a little bit over 5 years. He was studying to get his degree and everything in air traffic control. But anyway, when I came back, when we came back, when my son and I came back to Hillary's, she had a really nice house. That's where, you only see me in BBS, the documentary, a few little clips of me, but that was recorded at her house. But anyway, it was real nice. A lot of room for everybody. And so I had, like the downstairs, like family room or whatever, the entire, lots of room and everything. And I was working on a computer. I think I was taking parts out of it. But it was a working computer, and it was going to be a working computer. I was taking maybe one part out of it. And Darlene, the ex-wife, she was living there also with Hillary. And she made breakfast and hollered just down the stairway, "Hey, Jim, breakfast is ready." So my son says, "Well, I'll take it, He says, "I'll take that out for you." And I said, "Okay, well, it just unplugs, just unplugs from the socket." I went up. I ate pretty fast. I had a bad feeling. I went down, and he had just ripped, the thing, the circuit board, everything had just been ripped, had been ripped out of it. Oh, God. So. Okay, I guess this is enough. I think I've updated you on, and who knows at the next update what in the world. I have to go anyway, my throat's going. Anyway, thank you very much for watching.